Okay, go down again. And I'll count to 3.
Fuck, it's so hot now. That's making me nervous.
Yeah. Come in, new friends. Come in, friends.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to episode 4 of Car Talks.
Yeah.
Today I got 2 brand new friends. It's not just my sister and Anton. We got Serena, who I've went to elementary school, high school with, university with. I work with her now. I can't escape her.
Day one.
And now she's on the pod. And then we got the boy Prad here.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, Prad.
Hello.
Known him since uni. He met me and Serena.
Elementary school.
I threw up on him when I first met him.
Yes. Such a fond memory.
That's how we core bonded.
That's how we knew he was going to be with us
Core
forever.
memory.
Now you can't escape us.
Yeah.
It's a memory you'll never
Send
forget.
help.
How excited are you guys to be on the pod today?
Oh, I'm
We're so
stoked.
excited.
Because like since the inception of this and like us talking in the car in like pandemic times to now,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We've been, you've been my number 1 fan from Hong Kong for a
Yes.
while. The one person from Hong Kong listening to my
international.
podcast. Yeah, we're international reach out there.
Yeah.
Listening on all the platforms. So check it out.
Check it out.
Anyways, guys, I normally have a specific topic that I talk about
Yes.
on the pod.
Yes.
But this time I kind of couldn't make up my mind. So I have 2 topics
Oh.
that
Okay.
I want to talk with you guys. More wholesome conversations. Maybe not, actually.
We want wholesome
No,
conversations.
no.
We'll make it super
We want
toxic.
dramatic. We want drama. That's why we had Anton on the pod twice
Oh my God.
already. Insert Anton laugh. Like the procedure. So I have 2 topics. So the first one is about unspoken relationship things / rules.
Oh, okay.
Unspoken things. So I think we've had a lot of conversation. We've had a lot of car talks before car talks was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
might have talked about this already.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so when you say like unspoken, is it like when you're in a relationship or like the before?
I think it relates to everything relationship-y. So
Like-
like dating wise, not like just friendship, but like
Oh, okay.
Oh, this topic used to like freak me out like before, like when I was younger, because I thought there's like all these like rules that you're supposed to like follow, right? Like, oh, you got to set a good night text all the time.
Oh.
And, like,
low key,
all
me
this-
too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I have to do things a certain way, and like the guy has to do this, and the girl has to do that. And
Yeah.
then you realize
It's
that
not really like that.
the guy just
Yeah.
does everything.
Yeah.
Like-
What?
What?
I feel like it's different in every relationship, though. You know what I mean?
But are you saying like who wears the pants in the relationship?
Kinda.
Because I've seen different
Kinda.
instances where like it's like the girl or like you can kind of tell who's like the other one's the bitch basically.
All right. First out of pocket thing. Like, I don't think.
Prad coming out
I don't
hot
know. Oh my God.
immediately.
Like, I don't think it's always going to be equal. Like, I think there's going to be like different times where like one person has to like give in more.
Sure.
And then the other person has to like, you know, like you have to support the other person sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not always going to be like equal, but like as long as you're both like there for each other, like, and like, you know, like when the other person needs more, you have to like give a little bit more and like that, like emotionally. But like with paying, like I like it to be like more equal, but like I think that like for me, like I would like if the guy would pay a little bit more, like
Yeah.
just like personally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
don't know.
and like going
I
on,
don't know.
on like going on like dates and stuff, like girls have to put in so much more energy to like get ready. Like we do our makeup, we do our hair, we get our nails done, we
No,
like
I disagree.
wax ourselves.
I disagree. I
Brad.
disagree.
Oh, Brad.
Because it's usually
Okay.
the guy that has to end up deciding what the date is, you know, and that's a lot of work, and then we have to get ready
Yeah.
on top of that. So
That's true, but like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it takes more time for girls to get ready. Like I'm saying, like in a relationship, when like, you know what I mean? Like you're like going out, like,
oh yeah,
you know, like I feel
Yeah.
like girls, like we put in a lot of effort to like look cute you know? So that's also something that we put in for.
You just like get ready early and then you're like playing Candy Crush.
Bro. What?
He just gets out of bed and puts on a new shirt and he's like, I'm ready to go.
Puts a bit of cologne on. He's like, I'm ready. I'm ready I'm ready to take on the world.
It's that musty look, you know?
My other thought for this question.
I know what you're going to
Bro,
say something about me.
No.
No, I know what you're going to say because I have to say it too. Okay.
My question is, I've actually think of this, and I was like, I really want to know, because you both, I feel like, will have very different opinions on this on this topic. But what is your definition of a simp?
Oh.
And also, do you think a good relationship needs two people who are simping for each other? But that's like a second parter.
Okay.
Depends on your
I
definition
think
of
like
simp.
I think simp is like you low-key have no respect for yourself. Cause that's
Damn,
what,
okay.
but like that's like the extreme. I think it's misinterpreted that people think like doing thoughtful things for your partner is simp behavior.
I agree.
But I think that's
agree.
just normal behavior.
Yeah.
But like simping is like when you're letting other people like step all over you, low-key. So maybe in a relationship there might be a little bit of simping where you're being disrespected. That's low-key a problem that you should like address. But if you're just being nice to your partner, like I don't think that's simping. Thoughts?
No, yeah, I agree. I feel like everyone says that like guys are simps when they're just like doing like nice things for their girls, and I'm like, bro, like that doesn't make you a simp.
Yeah.
Like you're just a good dude.
Like getting flowers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like a simp is like when in your life like all you have is like your partner, like you like don't have hobbies, you don't have like anything else, you're just like your whole life just revolves around your partner, like
that's true.
that's a
Yeah.
simp.
Good point.
And it's like I don't want that, like that's obviously not good.
Yeah.
But like if you're just nice to your partner, that's not a simp.
I think there's like a misconception where like a relationship is like you rely on each other. To an extent, yes. But you're like two individuals that are full coming together instead of like two halves that are coming together. You know what I mean?
Wow, that was deep.
No, that's so true though, because
I'll
like
get that tatted on my chest.
Yeah, I know.
Prad's next back tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll post the
out.
update here.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Yep.
That's such a good point though, because like you grow up and you realize that like you kind of need your own independent space. Like when you're in a relationship, you can't just revolve your entire life around someone else.
Yeah. And I think like it's important to like not just have your whole life revolve around your partner, because then like if you break up, then like what are you gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's just gonna be rough for you, man. Like,
Fair,
That's rough,
right?
buddy. It's a
Prad
meme
knows.
from
yeah,
Avatar.
Prad knows a
Oh,
moment.
wait. Oh,
Please
is
insert.
it a meme?
Yeah.
Oh, insert.
Oh,
Insert.
I didn't know that.
Insert.
I'll send it to you later.
Okay, please do. Yeah, I will insert it on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question that is as a two-parter for both of you.
Okay.
Is how fast do you post your new significant other, and how fast do you delete the pics of you with your ex SO?
I think I need to speak hypothetically because your boy.
What do you mean?
has
You've been
not
in so many relationships.
No.
Yeah, you're
No,
like
what?
Prad's a player.
you're a player
Yeah.
out
Prad's a
here,
player.
man.
He's
I'm
single
on
ladies.
Number
He's
70.
single.
Prad's,
Yeah.
he's single ladies, just like Anton.
Yep.
Go find them.
Me and Anton.
They're waiting for
We're
you.
the single cuties. Hit us up. Yeah. So Serena.
Like
Wait, no, I'm Prad. I want to hear
Yeah,
yours first.
yeah.
You were talking
I don't-
first. What do you mean?
Like I don't know, posting. Oh, have you guys heard of what's it called? Soft launching.
yeah. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
heard of that, right, Jonathan?
Yeah, we have heard of that.
I kind of fuck with that idea. I think.
I
Okay,
don't
swear.
know about
Okay,
that
let's talk
idea.
about that.
I don't
Let's
like
talk about
soft
that.
launches. Like that's like
Why? I think you could like you're still showing that you appreciate your partner enough to post, but you're not being so public about your life.
But I think just like don't post them then. I don't know.
But
Like
they're
I mean like I respect anyone that does that. Like I'm not talking shit.
She's got so much
But, like,
haters now.
But like just like for me, like I don't know, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Just like personally.
So like you wouldn't post your partner at all is what you're saying.
Until I'm
you're
ready.
you're ready to
Yeah.
post their full face.
So what is
That's
ready
just
though? Like
me.
marriage?
Full nudes.
Yeah, marriage.
Full nudes.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, like obviously, like until I'm married, I'm not gonna post you. No, I'm kidding.
That's how you know it's lockdown.
Yeah, when you lock them down.
That's fair.
Otherwise, no evidence.
I feel like because like I have a spam account and like my other things I only have like my really close friends on. Like I would probably like post on that first.
Yeah.
So I mean, is that a soft launch? Like I don't know.
Yeah, you just
I actually rate that a lot, like, because it's just my close friends anyways. Like, they probably already know.
Like they already
but,
know. Like
Yeah.
and like it's just like funny. Like whatever. Like I'm not gonna post like cute shit. It's gonna be like funny shit.
Prad, how long do you think? What is it called? Honeymoon phase.
honeymoon phase?
Yeah.
You're asking me like I've been in multiple relationships.
You have been.
I have not. Please, for the record, I have not. But
He's experienced, ladies. Go snatch him up.
how long is it usually? Like I'm trying to like think based off.
Literally, like,
Maybe
what
like
would you say?
2
Like
months?
3-4 months. Like
I
at
would say
most?
like I would say 6 months.
Damn.
Okay.
It depends how good the is.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey yo.
Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah, I'm not wrong, guys.
No.
But like, isn't the honeymoon phase like you're not fighting, right? There's no like big fight because you're in a honeymoon.
Do you think so?
I think there could be some fights, but like, what was that?
What do you think of Sidewalk Rule?
Oh, I like the sidewalk rule. I think it's really sweet. But like, I'm not gonna like make a. Wait, guys. There's a bigger rule. Okay, when you're at a restaurant and there's like a booth side.
Oh my God,
and,
the booth rule.
And a chair
I hate
side.
that.
I literally. Okay, I went on a date and like when I first walked in, he was sitting on the like
The nice side?
on the booth side.
Yeah.
And I was really like, "Hi, can you get up and can I sit there?" And I made him get up and move on the first date.
Preheated. Preheated.
No, yeah.
Because why are you sitting there if you're a man? Like that doesn't make sense.
Do you think that has to happen every time? Like, what if it's two like normal wooden seats though? Like,
No,
Then yeah, it's
then it doesn't matter.
Then it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Oh, but booth,
But we
it's like
Yeah.
the
we should
lady
fight
has
for
to sit.
booth rights.
No, it's
They're so
for the
comfortable.
girlies.
I
The
know.
fight for the booth.
No,
But we
like-
have like a purse. We like put our purse like there.
Yeah,
You know,
I do
like,
usually give my coat over or something.
Yeah.
But like,
Prad fights for his right.
but, like
my
it
gosh.
looks so comfy, and like the other one's like some ugly ass
It is
bony
comfy.
chair, and you're like, I have to respect the rule.
You wouldn't.
that
I
rule's more
mean,
important, right? Than
you
the
ha-
sidewalk rule.
Yeah.
I think Sidewalk
For
is so
sure.
dumb. I think Sidewalk is so dumb.
I don't know, like
Why?
how
That's
often
gonna
are you
get
walking
me.
on the
That's gonna get
sidewalk?
me.
You're just a pussy. You
That's
don't
gonna
want to
get
get like.
That's gonna get you yelled at. That's gonna get you yelled at.
Oh
but,
no.
But I think the sidewalk rule is like so like.
I don't really get
If
the
a car's
rule.
gonna hit me, like, yeah, I'm gonna get hit first. Doesn't mean you're not gonna
That's
get
what I'm
hit.
thinking,
Like,
yeah.
if I get run over, you are also gonna get run over.
You are not going to single-handedly
I'm not
stop
Superman.
a car. Yeah.
It's just a respect thing.
Maybe
I
it's
guess.
like-
but like I don't want to keep
cute.
changing my hand. I don't want to keep changing my hand when I'm holding their hand. I don't keep changing.
Okay,
my
yeah,
hand.
you don't have to do it all the time. Just like
Maybe like you're like the barrier from like mud splashes. and
Yeah, I
whatever.
was gonna say like when it's
Yeah.
raining, then for sure I want the
Yeah.
sidewalk rule.
We should fight for at least booth rights.
you
No,
fight for the
we're
sidewalk
not.
rule?
We're not fighting
Prad
for
fights for
booth
the.
rights.
Join
for
my
where he wants to
Booths
stand.
are for the girlies.
The boots are so comfy.
Yeah, they're
My
for
bony
our
ass could never.
butts, not yours. Your bony ass.
Do you think it's weird to sit beside? Like, what if, Prad? What if you're like, I want the booth, and the girl's like, I also want the booth? Would you just sit beside each other?
I've done
Is that
that.
cringe?
Ew, that's
I've
so
done that.
cringe.
Yeah, that's cringe.
Never do
No,
that. Ew.
I've done that. No, if it's like a cafe and you guys are like working together, I would like instead of sitting across from her, I'd sit beside her.
Oh, like you're like on your laptops.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like I work at a restaurant and like we judge the people that like sit next to each other. Like we like go to the back for like talking shit. So don't do that.
What's wrong with that though? It's kind of cute. You're like closer together.
It's just
You can like
cringe.
you can like snuggle up
Yeah,
with each other.
exactly. That's the cringe part.
Snuggling while like eating.
I don't know what to do at
Ew.
your restaurant though. Like,
Guys.
there's nowhere to hide in the restaurants you work at. Though.
Yeah, like it's very in the open. I don't know.
Prad, would you? I know you do that, right? Have you done that?
At a restaurant, I'm thinking maybe not. But like
You're
the
getting
only-
sushi, and then there's a booth, and there's 2 wooden seats, and then
Yeah.
she was like, "Come sit beside me at the booth."
But my only thing with that is I'm worried that I have to like deal with the waitress being like,
Excuse me, sir, can you move over? We need this spot for another person.
because like realistically,
What?
if it's
Wait, what? It's your table.
No, wait, no, it's your table, Prad.
yeah, but like, what if they need to seat someone beside us?
no, that doesn't make
this,
any sense.
Why?
that?
Why are you sharing your table with someone? What?
Okay, it's a crowded restaurant. Maybe I don't know. This is the logical talking that is coming out of my mouth.
How often? You know what happened? You know what's been happening to me often is, as the guy, when I ask for the bill, the waitress lady will just put it in front of me. Like,
Yeah.
And then you just slide it over to her.
Okay.
I've done that a couple times, but
Oh
it's
my
like,
god!
but
You're
it's
like,
like-
give me your card. Give me your card. You like tap her card, or just so you look like a man. That's so
they'll
funny.
just like put it in front of me, and I'm like, what if I wasn't paying, huh? Like, I went with my sister. I went with my sister, and they just put it in front of me like automatically, and I was like, okay, I understand my role here. This is such a chaotic episode.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about a different topic, which I think will really change it from the dating. I've normally talked about a lot of dating stuff in recent episodes, but I want to talk about people who have affected our dating lives. You know, our lovely, amazing parents.
Oh
yeah, let's talk
okay.
about our trauma real quick.
Let's talk about
Our
the
mommy
root
and daddy
problem.
issues.
Our
know.
mommy issues.
Yay!
I love it.
But it's, you know, parents really do affect our lives, and a lot of the things that they say that they don't like do kind of come back to bite us, you know. So I kind of thought that like, are you sometimes scared to, or do you sometimes feel like pressured sometimes to be in like in a relationship, like,
Oh yeah.
because of your parents? Like, or kind of, I guess maybe the thought is, do you think people are getting more pressured as they get into like their mid-20s and stuff like that to kind of be in a relationship or to find someone?
Yeah, my mom roasts me sometimes that I don't have a girlfriend.
and not just find,
It's
someone, but
so-
find someone the traditional way.
comeback.
I feel like it's different for guys too. Like I feel like your parents are always like trying to get you like into relationships,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Like it's
How
fun.
is it for-
It's
is it
fun
like
to
that
talk
for
to
you?
with my mom sometimes. Like if we go to like a wedding or something, we're like, oh, she's cute, you know?
Oh my god.
Wait, so you're scoping people out at the wedding?
Yeah,
do they
you're
want
not.
you to find
Hello?
a Tamil girl?
Those are like your cousins. Though.
No,
It's like-
no, there's like a whole other family.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
mean?
That's your third cousin.
No.
Wait, do they want you to find like a nice Tamil girl?
Yeah, but like they don't really care the race as long as it's like
Oh
a
my
good
God.
girl.
Oh really?
They are so.
Yeah.
That's so
That's
nice.
good.
Yeah.
That sounded weird though. Good girl. Just like a decent human. I don't know. But yeah, my mom's like, oh, like if you need help, like I can like do an arranged marriage for you.
Oh my god.
I was like, bro, it's this. I'm this down bad that my mom.
Oh my god. I mean, at least you have a backup
I like
plan.
that you said it in a really nice way.
But like I was talking to my friend about it, because she's like kind of in the same boat, and she's like, yo, like I'm low key down to do that. She's like,
To get married to you.
because like no, not to no.
Oh.
to like do like an arranged marriage.
Why is she
because-
okay with that?
Because like how it works is like your parents will like scope out someone for you, and then they'll just like let you guys talk, like you guys do your own.
I would never want to go out with someone my parents
I
chose.
do-
Why not?
Because
I love
they
my
would
parents, but
pick,
I want to choose someone that I want.
Yeah.
You don't trust your parents to be your wingman, wingwoman.
They would
I-
pick
I-
someone that is not cute.
But they would choose someone who's like them.
Yeah. And, I don't
And
want
in the
that.
sense, you want someone who's like you.
I feel like my mom knows who I find attractive, so I would trust her.
That's a lot of faith. As a guy who has had multiple relationships, Prad, like,
Oh my god.
This is a meme now.
This is actually a meme. Like,
it's not a meme. It's reality. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Prad with his 2 ex-girlfriends.
All them.
We don't like them anymore, though. You know, the thing is that there's so much pressure in finding someone, but then they want you to find someone the traditional way. You know what I'm saying? It's so much talk about like, back in my day, like I didn't have phones, like I didn't have whatever, like I had to just go out and find someone. And it's like, I feel like sometimes there's like people don't trust the internet. It's so much like, oh my God, you don't know who you're meeting online. Like, and like, sure, you hear all the stories of like people getting kidnapped and stuff, but that's like the 1 in 1 million like story of one bad egg. And most of the time people nowadays are just finding people who,
and I think like the definition of relationships is changing, where like nowadays there's situationships, there's friends with benefits, there's like,
oh yeah, for sure,
like there's all these different kinds of relationships. And like, I don't know, if you're like talking to your parents about this, I feel like they wouldn't understand as
you don't think
much,
they would understand?
or like
do you think talking about your arranged marriage thing, do you think they would look online, or they try to find someone who like, oh, I met this lady at the
Tamil matrimony?
Like
Oh my God.
at the Tamil wedding, and like I like their family, like their daughter.
Oh, she
Something
found she
like
like
that.
scope one out at a wedding? Is that what you're saying?
Or but like she wouldn't like, like you said, like I trust my mom to like whatever, but it's like, do you think your mom would use Hinge or like Tinder like
That'd be
and
so
try to
funny.
suss out someone like,
I just like stumble upon my mom swiping through Tinder for me.
Oh my God.
because there's so much they don't trust online, like they don't trust it as much.
Yeah, I don't think
but like
she would go
it's
online.
fair.
Doesn't mean like they don't,
Because
like,
they never had that shit.
they don't even know
you
what
like,
it is.
It is scary if you like think about like you're meeting a random stranger online
danger.
and now
They
you're
could-
just like with them 3 times
Now-
a week. Like, who are you? Like,
Yeah.
I have that thought so often. It's like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, you didn't even know this person.
Yeah.
You just like talk to them online and like,
And now you're like,
Hey. I mean, you're not wrong.
oh my God. Oh my God.
Prad, your lady friend is actually one of Prad's
Oh,
ladies.
No.
One of
Can I see
Prad's
Yeah,
three.
one of the many.
One of Prad's 3 girlfriends are
No.
actually messaging him right now.
That's
So
How many
You-
girlfriends
I
do you have?
think-
4?
We sound like a
5?
playboy.
I think we gotta go now.
I have no play. No.
So
Yeah, you
Please
have.
send help.
no, he got a lot. He's got a lot.
I swear. Yeah.
Thank you both so much for being on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
It's been so fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the chat.
Please like and comment.
Please like and
And
comment
subscribe.
I am.
and subscribe. Watch it on YouTube. You guys are not watching it enough on YouTube. I'm spending months editing this
Yeah.
for 7 people to watch it.
This guy's putting in hard work. Okay.
Like, please still listen on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Pods.
Yeah, the YouTube
wherever
one
you
slaps,
listen.
you know, like
YouTube.
I'd be watching
Ask
those.
Prad.
Yeah.
Ask Prad. He's
You
been
get
watching.
to really see what's like going on.
He's
like,
been watching.
alright,
You
yeah.
guys watch my TikToks and my Instas, but
And
you
the
don't watch the
Reels.
YouTubes, huh?
Yeah.
Watch the YouTubes.
Let's go fight your viewers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Comment below. You guys will.
And then I'll find your address.
Oh shit.
Prad will
No,
find
I'm kidding.
you.
I'm kidding. I love you guys.
But thanks so much, guys.
yeah. Thanks,
Thanks so
man.
much for being on the pod, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.